upstairs, the balcony. These oceanside views, the alchemy. Ain't nothing crazy like the city in the summertime. So when it's winter, I still be on my summer grind.
Handle your business. Handle your business.
Loyal and honor, don't break no bro codes. The more red rose, max with the rose gold. Whoever counted me out, they can't count. Oh.
Tell me something I don't know. What? Tell me something I don't know. What? Tell me something I don't know.
Yeah, what's good, y'all? Back at it again. Going for the 2-0. Y'all turn out with me. New to the, if you new, hit that subscribe button, hit the lights, post notifications, subscribe to your boy, turn on together, grow together. Let's get it, turn up.
The Vikings get ready to do battle with Jameis Winston and the Tampa
Bay
Buccaneers.
My team Tampa Bay all day. Get some Minnesota Vikings. Let's go. Let's go. Turn up. Turn up.
Then he'll take this across the 25, couple extra yards up to the 27-yard line.
Listen.
On 1st and 10, Winston forced out to his
oh my goodness! Don't never throw out the backfield.
And he'll get this back to the 32-yard line.
Yeah, piss or two like that.
The very first play from scrimmage.
It's all good.
Give yourself a nice simple throw and hopefully get yourself into a rhythm. That is the last thing you're expecting. And now you put your defense in a tough spot right from the word go.
And they'll be inside the 25 now at the 24. A good pickup there. 8 yards on the first down completion.
Seeing that play and understanding just how tough it is to cover tight ends, especially the ones running around the NFL nowadays, makes me glad I didn't make it in that league. I would have had a really difficult time.
But now you get to sit up here with me.
Yeah, and that's fun, isn't it? And what a really nice game right there on first down for them. Brings up a nice second down for them.
Now the first carry for Dalvin Cook. And he gets this down to the 18. Good enough for a first down. 5 yards is the pick.
They're going to change it up. I'll make them change it up.
On 1st and 10, Cousins.
Yeah, keep playing with him. Keep playing with him.
There on the coverage.
I always appreciate runners who understand situations. That was just 3rd and inches. No reason to dance around in the backfield and try and break off a bigger play. Just go pick up the first down, and that's exactly what he did.
So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on first down. Working out of the gun, Cousins. Flush to his right. And that will be caught, but out of the end zone, says the field judge. It's ruled incomplete. He was looking for Adam Thielen there, and it's 3rd down. Here we go. From the shotgun, it's Cousins. That will be incomplete as well. The former first-round pick, Vernon Hargraves, the one who was there defensively.
Not only was the call spot on, how about the execution of that defense right there? The zone was absolutely locked up tight. He was trying to force it in there on 3rd down.
But if there's a time to force it, he felt like he needed to make a play, right?
Yeah, exactly right. 3rd down, you got to try and find something. There's nothing available there for him.
The 3 straight incompletions, they don't care. That hasn't dissuaded them. They're going to go for it on 4th. To the air again, it's Cousins. And that is going to be incomplete.
Good D. Good D.
With how that turned out. And the Buccaneers defense holds and they get the football back. Now the Buccaneer offense gets set to take over. That opening drive ended with the INT. It didn't lead to points, but still not the way they were hoping to begin the game.
How about going and telling your defense, thank you. A huge thank you. You said it didn't lead to points, stalled off that drive. Now they've got a chance to redeem themselves and maybe reward their defense.
Oh my goodness. Come on, offensive line.
In there to to sack him for a loss of 6.
I know there'll be a little bit of criticism there because they went right back to the air after the huge pickup and ended up getting sacked. That's often a play that you make. You feel like you've got momentum on your side.
Unfortunately, the O-line failed to hold up to try to keep that momentum going. Now Jameis on second down. Flushed out, and he's going to go down. Back at his own 5-yard line, it's a sack. Daniil Hunter in there to get him his second sack now of the afternoon. After the sack, they'll come up now 3rd and long.
Yeah, I wouldn't be surprised to see them run the ball here just to try and get some space.
And indeed, that's what they'll do as they run it here. And now running right through it. Losing 4 yards that time. And now it's
I'll take the loss. Long ain't good, 2 points.
Well, it's an offense. You know, some drives you have it, some drives you don't. And this one looks like a you don't.
Yeah, no doubt about it. I mean, it was 3rd and long. It was screaming for a pass. I think they tried to outguess him there with the running play. They didn't do him at all.
Went in the wrong direction.
What we got? Passing. Something.
They knew they were going to have great field position. Went all out, got a little too aggressive.
And you have to understand your angles. They're cut down. When they're that backed up, you've got to be careful going after it.
Now a handoff looking right. And a short gain across the 15 to the 17-yard line. Give the tackle there to Daniil Hunter.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because when they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen.
Oh my goodness, why are you stealing?
Picked up by Andrew Sendejo. And his guys are going to take over at the 31-yard line.
So that's back-to-back drives where they've thrown an interception. Ordinarily, we look at the offense and say, what's going on with your scheme? Maybe we should look at the defense and just give them a whole lot of credit. They've got them frustrated right now.
Now Cousins. He's going
no, sir.
And that'll be caught by Diggs.
Oh, my God. He mossed me.
Stephon Diggs, 31 yards. And the Vikings have taken a first-quarter lead. Bailey now to kick this one away. Now it's Wilson. Oh, spinning away. And he'll take this across the 25. Couple extra yards up to the 27-yard line. And Tampa Bay.
Oh, no. Change some things around. Tight end, to my offensive line. Hey, get on your job, bro. Alright, waiting on my opponent. Coming through with me.
Out there now, and it's been a miserable start for them offensively. Obviously, 2 drives, 2 interceptions.
And this is where you have to know your quarterback and know how you actually have to reach him. Do you do it with a little bit of humor? Maybe you break the ice a little bit, like, hey, didn't we practice in that color jersey all week? Not the one that you're throwing it to. Or maybe you have to be stern with him. But whatever it's going to take to get the message, it has to be done. He's putting the game in jeopardy.
All right, let's go.
Winston and the Bucs take over now, 1st and 10 at their own 27.
Coming up.
They go back to the air here after the INT on the last drive.
Oh, come on, dog.
Xavier Rhodes with a pick, and his crew will take over with a football at the 35-yard line. So that is 3 interceptions now in this first half, and you hate to ask the question, but let's be honest, we're thinking about it. Do you need to go in a different direction next series?
Potentially. We know
he's
probably not going to be on the Pro Bowl ballot. That's not really his stature here, but he has been their starting quarterback for this game. So they've got to weigh things about who's behind him. Do they think he can snap it back into gear? Maybe change up the play calling to help him out a little bit.
Throwing, Cousins. They'll roll him out right. And they went for a big play through the air on 2nd down. Couldn't connect. Now it's 3rd.
Well, you've got a receiver here who's got 1 touchdown already in this first quarter, and they were trying to double his pleasure there, wanting to continue to go to the guys already gotten into the end zone. But good coverage to make sure that this time it fell incomplete.
The chance of wasting this great starting field position, a real threat. This is 3rd and long. On 3rd down, Cousins escaping the pressure right.
Oh, my
he
God.
can run for it, and he will. He'll get the 1st down and more inside the 20. That one a broken play, but it ends up being a good play. The scramble goes for 20.
I'm not sure he falls under the category of mobile quarterback, but he's athletic enough that if you don't keep your rush lanes intact, he finds a way to hurt you.
As coaches like to say, I wouldn't call him a burner, but enough there in the tank. Being chased out left. And that's off the mark, incomplete. Stephon Diggs, his intended receiver. And now it's 2nd down.
Come on, Tampa Bay, man.
Quarterbacking 101. Never force the ball into double coverage, especially not this close to the goal line. The windows are so tight, you just don't want to force it in there because it could be tipped up and picked off.
Now Cousins.
There we go.
Diggs, and it's intercepted.
Whoop.
Carlton Davis picks it. And the return will stop right around the 25.
Brandon, this is why golfers do their best to never count a score in their head before the ball goes in the cup. This looked like a slam dunk for points on this drive, didn't it? Instead, they throw an interception, and they're going to come away empty.
And he'll fight forward.
That's why I like these little running backs, man.
2 yards on the pickup there. It'll be 2nd and 8.
I don't think any of us were surprised that they decided to start this drive on the ground after the last 2 drives ended in interceptions.
Unfortunately, though, not a lot going on that first play.
Yeah, I think the anticipation was felt also by the defense.
They'll break the huddle, come up on 2nd and 8 at the 27-yard line. And on the ground they go with a running back. And he will lose yardage and be backed up to the 24. They'll wind up losing 3, and now it's 3rd down.
Some of these play calls, I think they're a little conservative, but you know me, because it's easy to sit up in this booth, right, and make all the calls and think I'm going to be correct. But I would like to see them open things up, because otherwise this defense is going to gang up on the run and shut them down.
That one good for 16, and the drive will continue.
Let's get it, Jason.
And they'll go with a ground attack here. And he takes it past the 45 and down at the 46. Ben Gideon in on the stop.
Despite the blitz, they're still able to pick up a nice solid gain. The disadvantage of blitzing often alters the normal spacing and run fits and leaves creases like they were able to exploit.
Come on, offensive line. God dang.
In there to drop him, and it'll be a loss of about 8.
I'm starting to feel for that.
I ain't gonna lie, our offensive line sucks, dog.
Don't have a lot of empathy for the QB, right? In this case, definitely he's been on constant duress this entire game.
Oh my fucking gosh.
picked off by Harrison Smith. And to the 40-yard line, that's where the return stops. We haven't even escaped the first half, and he's already thrown 4 picks.
And Brandon, back in the good old days, probably back before you were born, if you're starting to win the first half,
he mostly again, dog.
They weren't going to pull him out, but nowadays the patience level isn't quite there. He's going to have to make some real adjustments, or the backup may see some time.
Missed it.
So 2nd down and 10. Once again, they'll go from the 40. To throw his cousin.
Right here.
And he'll get into
oh my God, bro.
Minnesota. Stephon Diggs.
It says 1, but he getting burnt. It's a Rams. That sounds like 4. You keep getting burnt, dog.
Two catches, 2 touchdowns here so far. And the Vikings find a way to stretch their lead. Extra point try by Bailey. And this is no good. Missed the PAT, so they fail to connect, and this remains a 13-0 game. Bailey now to kick this one away. That's fielded in the end zone. And he will be brought down here at about the 17-yard line. Now the Buccaneers offense gets ready to head back onto the field. Winston and the Bucs take over now, 1st and 10 at their own 17-yard line. Trying to shake off the interception. He'll look to throw. He couldn't quite hold it.
Come on, Jackson, bro.
Ball pops out, incomplete. While we have a second, Charles, the Patriots, of course, back in the Super Bowl, getting the 37-31 victory over KC in the AFC title game. Great game, but, you know, the Patriots...
nobody believes in them.
Yeah, right. They're playing that underdog card, but I thought it was funny because after the game, they asked Tom Brady, were you guys just trying to use that for your own motivation? He said no comment because they were. They know they're not the underdog.
They know it, but when you've been that great for this long,
you need something.
You've got to find something different. And Tom Brady, I've got to give him credit. Somehow he made his team buy that and believe in it when no one else in the country did. And I think it really started with their first playoff game this year when the Chargers came to town. I know I picked the Chargers against them. A lot of people picked the Chargers. They took that as, well, no one believes in us, and everyone thinks we're not as good. They were just wrong about that part, as we were wrong about the Chargers beating them.
A good pickup there, a 22. So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10. 2 minutes remain here in the first half. More from Minneapolis after this. The first down throw for Winston. Jackson's got it over the middle. And he'll be stopped right at midfield. They get 10 more there, and I believe that'll be enough for another first down. It will.
Some think the teams really won't throw a slant route unless you have a receiver that has a lot of stature to him. But sometimes the little guys, they get lost in there. People can't really locate them, and they run that quick cut on the slant, and oftentimes they can turn it into big plays.
Touchdown,
there we go.
Tampa Bay.
There we go.
Jackson, 50 yards. And the Bucs are able to make this a close game again. As a former DB, you might not like to see that, but from a wide receiver's perspective, those are the plays they dream of.
Correct on both counts, all right? Because once he took off, I mean, let's face it, that should have been done in Big Sky Country. Aren't any speed limits out there? And off he went. Glad I wasn't the one trying to chase him.
Santos out now. He'll kick it away. That's fielded in the end zone. And he'll wind up about 4 yards shy of where he would have been if he had taken a knee, as they'll start at the 21-yard line. And now out comes Minnesota. First down throw for Cousins.
Come here.
It's going to be incomplete. Breaking that one up was Justin Evans. Read it perfectly. Well, with that incompletion, let's look back, Charles, to the NFC title game. We had 2 excellent conference championship games, but on the NFC side, the Rams winning in overtime thanks to Greg Zuerlein. He had 2 huge kicks, but that was really overshadowed because afterwards, obviously, everyone talking about the no call.
Yeah, and we should be talking about Legatron.
Looking for his tight end Rudolph, and it's intercepted.
There we go.
Graves with a pick, and his guys are going to get the football at the 37-yard line.
And that's a great example of ball skills right there, partner. You and I do a lot of games, and I can't tell you how many guys look to run with the football before they've intercepted it. So that's a nice job of focusing on the task at hand and coming away with the interception.
Come on. Dang, big fat boy.
There, it'll be second down.
Well, they had that one sniffed out. Excellent run blitz. Stop that one for a short game.
What makes a good run blitz a good run blitz?
The ability to stay on task, to follow up your assignment, go to the gap you're supposed to cover, and not be deterred by anything else.
Throw right side, caught by O.J. Howard. And he's
there we go, O.J.
Not before he reaches the 8-yard line. A really good pickup of 28 yards. First time into the red zone for the Buccaneers. This is first and goal from about the 8. And they'll run it here. And he's
you got it.
The end zone.
There we go.
Buccaneers. A great play there. An 8-yard touchdown run. And the Bucs are just an extra point away from grabbing the lead now. Santos able to tack on the extra point. And that will give him the lead here as we get on towards halftime. Santos out now. He'll kick it away. This is taken about 7 yards deep. And all that work, but he stopped where he ultimately would have been, and he's simply taken a knee, and that's the 25-yard line. And now out comes Minnesota. And what do you think goes on here in this situation? If you got the football, you're trailing.
What's good? What's good, y'all?
Just a little time. Do you try something?
You're thinking about jump-starting your team, right? You just mentioned it. They're down. They're trying to get back into the game. But you got to figure, if something goes wrong, you may have put yourself in a spot where you may not be able to come back in the second half. Managing risk, this is a big decision here.
Oh, shit. I don't know what up here.
Trying to shake off the interception from the last drive. He'll look to throw. And it pops free. The collision there jarred the ball loose and brings up second down. Well, the upcoming Super Bowl, so many storylines, but one that obviously grabs you. Sean McVay just turned 33 January 24th, youngest coach ever to take a team to the Super Bowl. Double that age for Bill Belichick, who's 66. And, Charles, that's the largest gap between coaches in Super Bowl history.
Yeah, and when you think about it, obviously the age comes into play, but to me it's more the experience. The number of times that the Patriots have gone to the Super Bowl with Belichick leading them versus Sean McVay's first time in the Super Bowl leading the Rams. Will that game experience come into play at all? But I do like this about Sean McVay. Raised in the game, raised up through the NFL system, no matter how young he might be. Remember, his grandfather was a head coach and a GM in the league. He gets it. He understands. I highly expect the moment to be just fine for him and not too big.
Oh, okay, cool.
So we've hit intermission. It's halftime. This is the NFL, and it's a presentation of EA Sports. All right, Coach, thank you, and we welcome everyone back for quarter number 3.
Oh, my bad.
Both teams appear ready for the fight ahead, and we resume action here in quarter number 3. This is taken about 7 yards deep. And he'll wind up getting an extra couple yards here for his trouble as he'll bring this one out to the 27. Out come the Vikings. They'll have it first on offense as we begin the third. They're down here, but very much in this game. What's the tonality of a coach's talk when a game is within striking distance like this at intermission?
Typically, what they're doing is emphasizing the things that went well in the first half and wanting more of that. Sure, you've got to go over some of the errors and clean up some things because there's a reason you're down. But overall, I think they want to stay positive, stay up with this team. We're just starting the second half, and we've got the football. Let's go ahead and punch it in, and then we'll take it from there.
Yeah, Pierre, Jason Pierre.
And that's a loss of 7 on the first down play. Second down, Cousins steps away, and he can't find anywhere
there we go.
with it, and he goes down. Gerald McCoy in there to get him, and this pass rush strong now. That sacks on back-to-back plays. Cousins with work to do after the sack as he brings his guys up on a 3rd and long. From the gun, here's Cousins. Open man is Thielen. It's complete. And they'll get it all the way up about 5 yards shy of midfield. A big 30-yard play on 3rd. So that changes things. Here's 1st and 10 all the way up at the 45. Cousins now to throw on first down. He'll find Thielen working the middle. And he'll work this down to the 40-yard line. Tackled there. Back-to-back nice gains. That one for 14 yards and another first. So from Buccaneer territory now, it's 1st and 10, right at the 40. Cousins. And he can't find a receiver, and
there
he's
we go.
brought down. Kendall Beckwith in there to get him for what'll be a loss of 13 yards. And on that one, the protection just broke down.
You've got to have that leverage, don't you? We always talk about low man wins in the running game for an offensive lineman versus a defensive lineman. It's essentially the same thing in pass protection. Get lower than that defensive lineman so that you can keep your balance and keep him away from your guy trying to throw the football.
Cousins now on second down. Oh, the ball comes out on the hit, but they'll say it's incomplete. He was looking for his tight end there, Kyle Rudolph. 3rd down here. The pressure really ratcheting up. They get the sack on first down, then a near sack. They got to him there just as it was leaving his hand.
Yeah, they might need to change their pass protection scheme a little bit. Maybe bring another guy into the backfield to help protect the quarterback, because that was awfully close.
Cousins.
Oh, shit.
Deep for Diggs. And this is, oh, my goodness. He pulled it in one-handed. Touchdown, Vikings. Kirk Cousins with 3 touchdown passes now in the afternoon. And the Vikings are able to strike for 6. Throwing is Cousins, eluding the pressure right. That one's going to be over everybody in the back of the end zone. It's incomplete. Bailey now to kick this one away.
And that drives coaches insane, doesn't it? When they see that happen, it just doesn't feel right, does it? Plus, you're giving up yardage.
Winston and the Bucs take over now, 1st and 10 at the 40. And they'll go on the ground. And he'll be brought down just shy of the 45. Call it a gain of 4 on first, and that'll make it 2nd down.
I call that play a success. A nice inside run sets up a very manageable 2nd down.